Well, Shawn Brenchley is Senior Vice President and Chief Recruiting Officer at Vivint, one of the leading security and home management companies in North America. Shawn is a natural leader, having run one of the first successful door-to-door alarm sales program, and he is a skilled salesman himself. Under Shawn's leadership, the summer sales program has seen an average of 64% growth from 2003 to present. That's remarkable. Think about that. 64% growth. Much of this success can be attributed to Shawn's talent for finding the right person for the right job and his ability to teach and motivate. Before joining Vivint, Shawn was a successful account sales rep for a manufacturing and waste management company. Later, Shawn served as president and chief executive officer of Safe Home Security. Under his direction, Safe Home implemented one of the first successful door-to-door programs for an alarm company and has built and operated a successful nationwide service network that services more than 50,000 customers. With Shawn at the helm, Safe Home was one of Inc.'s 500 fastest growing private companies from 2001 to 2003. Now, recent headlines. September 28, 2012. Vivint Incorporated, the Provo-based solar security and home automation company, will be acquired by global investment firm Blackstone Group LP, valuing the company around $2 billion and making it one of the biggest deals in Utah history. And Shawn's part of that operation. Well, Shawn is a Snow College alumnus and holds a bachelor's degree in marketing from the University of Utah. Let's give a hearty welcome to Shawn Brenchley.
Thank you. I had a class from Mr. Dyring there, and he taught me a great lesson. It was a personal finance. Actually, I think it was like a home finance, and he told me one of the greatest things that my wife and I learned, which was go buy this program. It's called Quicken. And if you guys all have that, that'd be your first note. When you get married, buy Quicken. What it means is that you're, as a husband and wife, you both have a checkbook, and all the money flows through that. You don't have your own little personal checkbook. It's actually a really good idea. So I appreciate the opportunity to be able to come down and to speak to all of you guys. Just by a raise of hand, just so that I know, how many people want something, you guys are all here, how many people want something today that's better than what you were growing up with all the way through your life? You guys are all here. That's right. Now, why did you choose Snow College? Why did I choose Snow College? And I want to kind of go through that. But before I go through that, I wanted to kind of introduce Vivint. They kind of stole my thunder about the $2 billion. I didn't want you guys to kind of see that big old number. But at the same time, I also wanted you to know that I'm just a normal guy. And every time I speak, people are like, man, he's just a normal guy. The $2 billion number, let's throw that away for a little bit. And let's kind of get back to the basics. But this is Vivint in just a nutshell. this class is on entrepreneurship, and everybody's taking it. I can't believe you guys actually get a credit for this. I'd love to. I remember sitting there back in the day, coming to a class. I don't remember the guy's name. I remember two things about him. One is he had a house in Cabo San Lucas, and the other thing was he was rich. And that's all I needed to know. Well, those two things. So if that's all that you guys need to get out of me, then that'll be great. So I want to be able to go through this really quick, just so you guys have an agenda of what I want to talk about. I want to talk about my history because I think it's important for all of you guys to be able to understand that. I think there were some great lessons that I learned there. And then I want to be able to teach you 3 principles that I think I learned through my history and through going to school that I think that you guys could use from a business standpoint of it. And then the last one is that I entitled this this topic, the Feingold Diet. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about why I am just an average guy and why all of you guys can do the exact same thing as what I've been able to have happen to me. So a little bit from a history standpoint, I graduated from American Fork High School in 1989. I came down here to Snow College in 1990. I came here in between 89 and 90 and had a great time. Went and served a mission to Tulsa, Oklahoma in between those 2 years from 91 to 92. And then I came back here in 93. The great part about 1993 was that I met my wife, Roxanne. She's right up here in front. It was one of the, Snow College is very near and dear to me. We were I was studying, and my buddy said, "Dude, you're a nerd. You got to get out of this place, and you need to go to a dance." So I went down. They actually had a dance. It was down across the street, and I had him. I had a bet with him, and I asked him. I said, "Hey, you need to go and ask this girl to dance." And he said, "That's fine. I will ask her to dance, but I get to stand on this chair, and I get to pick whoever I want to be able to ask. You have to go and dance with them." I'm like, "All right, that sounds fair." Dude, I stood. up to the University of Utah, and I had the opportunity to work for a wonderful man. He's my father. He's right here. It taught me a lot, so I appreciate him being able to be here today to be able to talk to you guys. But that was where I started. Now, somebody said something to me. In the first 5 years of your business career, you're going to change jobs 3 times. First 5 years. I'm like, there's no way. But for me, it happened. This is the exact same thing. So in the first 5 years of your business career, just plan on knowing that there's going to be change. And change can be good. And I'll kind of go through that. My father taught me a lot. Okay? How many people like school here today? All right, how many people are lying to me that just raised their hand? I hated school. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Okay? Snow College probably is not happy with me saying this. I did not like school. Okay? I struggled. Okay? I liked art. I liked to draw. But I didn't like school. All the way until my senior year. Then I finally, at the very end, I actually enjoyed it because I learned how to make money. Okay? I learned how to make money. When I went to school, they taught me how to make money. And that started to be personal to me. I didn't want to go and learn about biology and mitochondria and all that stuff. It just didn't work for me, right? I wanted to know how to make money. And only until my senior year. So for some of you guys that are sitting here today going, dude, I hate this. I hate school. I'm not going to do it. Don't quit, okay? Keep going. Find something that you like. And hopefully that last half of that senior year, you'll be like me and you'll actually enjoy school. And when you enjoy it, guess what happens? You get good grades. And you enjoy it. It's great, okay? So my dad taught me great lessons. After I worked for my father, they had these interviews and up at the University of Utah. As soon as you graduate, well, I didn't want Browning Ferris in it. It was garbage. You kidding me? I don't want to be a garbage man. So I needed a practice interview. So I went and interviewed with Browning Ferris Industries, a garbage company. Next thing I know, after I met with them, I was like going to go and sell the service of garbage. The greatest thing I learned from there was Steve Batchelor brought me in. He was just a young guy. And he brought me into this big bin. There were 3 big garbage trucks. And he came in, he's like, Brenchley, what does this smell like? And I came in and I'm like, dude, I'm going to be honest with you, Steve, it stinks. This is terrible. Like, this is terrible. And he says to me, no, Brenchley, you're getting it all wrong. That's the smell of money. And I was like, really, you're serious? He's like, no, that's what you need to understand is that's the smell of money. I learned something great about BFI. Number one is I knew for the first time that I wanted to be in a reoccurring revenue business. I wanted to not sell a mattress one time, sell a mattress, and then I wouldn't be able to see the guy for another 15 years, right, before he wanted to buy another one. I wanted to sell something that I got revenue on January, February, March, April. I knew that that's what I wanted to be in, okay? The other thing that I recognized is that I wanted to be in a business that I wasn't talking to the consumer. I wasn't selling to the consumer. It was a business-to-business relationship. Now, some of you guys probably don't know what that is, and don't be ashamed that you don't. Business-to-business means that I'm selling from my business to another business owner, and then that business owner goes and sells it to the consumer, okay? So it's a business-to-business transaction. I did want that, okay? So I stayed there for a couple years, had a lot of success at BFI, and my brother-in-law at the time was going out. There was nothing. You guys have all heard the door-to-door guys. They come down here and recruit, tell you it's all about the lifestyle, and they have these fancy jeans on with rhinestones and drive these big trucks and all that stuff and promise the world to you, tell you can be a millionaire in like 2 months and all that stuff. So if you guys haven't heard that, don't worry. We'll have a recruiting meeting next Wednesday night, and you guys can all come to it. Just kidding. So I came down. My brother-in-law was doing a company. He said, Shawn, you've done so well in garbage. We want you to come down here, and we want you to start at All Systems. And I said, what do you do? Security sales. I'm like, I'm not selling to the consumer. I don't want that. And he's like, oh, no. This isn't what we're going to do. Dealers sell to the consumers. So they'll actually sell the security system to the consumers. What we're going to be is we're going to be this thing called a master dealer. So what you'll do is you'll actually go up and sign other dealers underneath us, and then they'll process their contracts. They'll do all the hard work. They'll give them to us, and then we'll transfer them on and give them to Protection One. So we were like this master dealer, right? So I was pretty excited about this opportunity. I saw the money, but I also learned something. I learned a couple things about business the hard way. I learned the fact that your business has to be incorporated. I also learned that there are things called shareholders, which is crazy. I also learned that there's this thing called a board of directors. And the board of directors is there to be on behalf of the shareholders. I also learned about this word called distribution. Distribution is your ability to cut profits at the end of the year. And I learned them in a bad way, okay? I found out that even though I was working hard and there was a whole bunch of money at the end of the day, that people that I didn't even know came in, and the majority of those guys came in and cut a big, huge check to each one of them, and I was sitting there left with nothing, okay? I had 5% ownership was all I had. So that didn't work out too well. And so I switched on a plane ride out to the Kentucky Derby. I met a company, the two owners, Keith Nelson, Todd Peterson, that was Apex, APX, or now you saw that we rebranded and went to Vivint. That was back in 2003. What do? Well, we do the door-to-door thing. Now, I still consider it business to business because my responsibility is to recruit each one of you guys to be able to come and change your lives, okay? It's not something that I want to try and change your lives. I just want to be able to help you be able to get something today that you don't normally have. We want you to come out, we want you to go do the door-to-door thing, and we want you to experience business in a 4-month period of time, and then we want you to come back and go to school. Not only do we want you to come back to go to school, but we want you to continue and do the jobs that you want to do for the rest of your life. Be a doctor, be a lawyer, be a dentist. Whatever you guys want to do, you keep on doing it. We just want you for a period of time. Well, that's how it started. Now, I knew that there was this big, huge thunder. Now, I came in 2003. I put this graph up there because